This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. Governor Tony Evers is issuing a new public health order.
The new order extends Wisconsin's statewide mask mandate for another 2 months. The current order is set to expire next week. The new order will extend that requirement for another 60 days as the state works on distributing vaccines.
Nursing homes are nearly finished with their first dose, and now assisted living facilities in Wisconsin can start getting their vaccines.
But as Naomi Coles explains, nursing home staff aren't always willing to get the vaccine right away.
Long-term care facility leaders in the state estimate that, on average, between 60 and 70% of nursing home staff have gotten the vaccine. That's in contrast to more than 90% of nursing home residents. We don't have exact rates because there's not good data on how many nursing home staff we have statewide. Some facilities have staff vaccination rates of 80%, but at the bottom of the spectrum, at least one facility as low as 30%. John Sauer, CEO of Leading Age Wisconsin, says some staff members are waiting on the second round of doses, but other issues could also be contributing.
There was also a fair amount of misinformation that was circulated in various internet websites and things like that we had to overcome.
There are more than 350 nursing homes in the state, and their first round of doses is expected to be done by Monday. Governor Evers announced today that pharmacies with enough vaccine on hand can start that next phase in assisted living facilities immediately. That next phase into assisted living was delayed. That's because of a federal requirement that requires states to have all the vaccines they need for that first round before pharmacies can move forward. Wisconsin has now met that requirement. Reporting for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
More than 11,000 nursing home residents and 13,000 staff members have received their first vaccine dose.
Now, in addition to testing, the Alliant Energy Center is offering COVID-19 vaccinations to frontline healthcare workers.
And that is where we find our Madeline O'Neill with how public health is working through that group and how they're planning for expansion as more of us become eligible. We're having a little trouble connecting with Maddie, but we're used to talking about COVID-19 testing. Now we're turning a corner as Public Health Madison and Dane County opens lanes specifically for vaccinations. So far, they've given more than 3,200 vaccines at the Alliant Energy Center. Public Health says at one point they had more than 4,200 people in the queue, and they work with partners like health systems to send some people that way and invite other qualified 1A healthcare workers to the Alliant Energy Center using a randomized system. Public Health is preparing for the upcoming 1B tier group to be approved.
Next group will be fairly large, so we want to be able to ensure that we can vaccinate everybody as timely as possible. So we do have expansion plans if needed to ensure that we can get vaccine out as quickly as possible.
Police and firefighters will be included in that 1B tier next week. The rest of the groups are still being finalized. And coming up tonight at 6, Maddie will hear from state health officials on where we are in that process and what the timeline might look like.
It seems like someone in Rock County may have jumped the gun trying to vaccinate teachers. Today, state health leaders explain why Janesville isn't allowed to do so just yet.
We were told today that it comes down to providers who have the vaccines following the rules that they agreed to. Our Amanda Quintana has more on how this all unfolded. Amanda?
Yes, well, last night, the school district of Janesville announced that next Friday there would be no school because 1,300 district staff would be getting their vaccinations through Mercy Health. Now, DHS says Mercy Health should not have scheduled that.
What we're really trying to do is cover certain populations first and then move on to other populations. And that is what creates an equitable situation across the state.
After hearing about the school district of Janesville's vaccination plans, DHS said, hold on, teachers are not eligible for a vaccine yet. They could be in Group 1B, but Wisconsin is still in 1A and hasn't announced who will be in that next group. If vaccinators have extra doses, they're not supposed to move on.
We've asked people to follow the same rules together and fact, they've signed a contract to do that. If people have excess vaccine, we ask them to let us know, and we'll redistribute it to get to the appropriate population.
The whole situation has created some confusion in Rock County, even though the school district of Janesville said public health is the one allowing the region to move to 1B. Public health released a statement this morning saying it's still locked in to phase 1A. Mercy Health, who the school district thanked last night for providing the vaccines, told us today it's focused only on healthcare workers and long-term care residents, adding the provider talked with DHS this morning. Still, Governor Evers said the communication or lack thereof from the district wasn't good.
It's going to be hard to undo that, frankly. While we would have preferred a different outcome, the fact of the matter is they made these plans, they announced it publicly, and they will likely go forward with that.
So far, the only school employees who have been vaccinated as of right now, that's school nurses and health staff in schools. But the other school districts I spoke to in Rock County say they are planning for their teachers to get vaccinated through public health, but they have not set an actual date for that.
Amanda Quintana reporting. Amanda, thank you. It's not just the big pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens helping vaccinate people. Fitchburg Family Pharmacy is one of the first independent community pharmacies vaccinating our local community healthcare professionals and first responders as well. They received their first shipment on Monday and have vaccinated about 180 people this week. They're using a drive-through system.
When we decided to do vaccinations for COVID, because we are on the smaller side as far as our front end room goes, it was important for us to be able to vaccinate a large quantity of people without putting anybody at risk. So having people drive through, have a drive-through system seemed like the best opportunity for us.
The Fitchburg Family Pharmacy is only administering the vaccine to people in Tier 1A. Their goal is to vaccinate around 200 people a week.
Mobile vaccine clinics open next week in Wisconsin, but you probably won't get to use them yet. Governor Evers says the 9 clinics are focused on getting through phase 1A. The National Guard and UW system nursing and pharmacy students will administer the vaccines. The program will support local health departments, but the state is not announcing where specifically the clinics will be for now. You'll get a call if you can use one. The state plans to eventually expand the program.
President-elect Joe Biden will use the Defense Production Act to churn out more doses of the vaccine. Mr. Biden's first and perhaps biggest challenge in getting there will be addressing vaccine shortages in health systems all across America. He has supported using the Defense Production Act, which gives the government the authority to direct private companies to meet national defense needs. President Trump used it to help build ventilators and generate other supplies earlier in the pandemic.
Right now, more than 213,000 people in Wisconsin have received a COVID-19 vaccine. About 30,000 people are fully vaccinated, meaning they've received both doses. Approximately 2/3 of all vaccines given in Wisconsin have been Pfizer's.
As of today, more than 2 million people have died from COVID around the world. It took a little more than a year after the virus's discovery in China to reach that point. For perspective, it took 8 months to hit 1 million lives lost. It took less than 4 months after that to reach the next million. Experts say the real death toll, however, is likely much higher than 2 million. Only confirmed COVID-19 deaths are included in the tally, which means people who died without a firm diagnosis may not be included. State and county health officials recorded 2,246 new cases of the virus in Wisconsin. That is below the 7-day rolling average of 2,319. The state has reached a lifetime total of 518,603 confirmed cases. Nearly 28,000 cases remain active. At least 5,411 have died of coronavirus complications since the start of the pandemic, with 33 new deaths confirmed today.
The Madison Metropolitan School District announced this morning that it will not be participating in winter sports this season. The district has relied on guidance from local and state health departments about COVID-19. School officials say they know education-based athletics play a significant role in the culture and communities of schools and the lives of many hardworking and dedicated student athletes. Last week, MMSD announced its plan to continue with a virtual instruction model, as current metrics do not support a safe return of students in the schools. MMSD Athletics says it will follow that lead and continue with athletics virtually.
A cloudy Friday. We could see some possible light snow this evening. Let's get your first one forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Yeah, Eric, right now, lots of clouds across the area. Storm system continues to spin down to our south. We're kind of on the northern fringes of it, so our weather is actually moving from east to west. You can see some light snow showers across parts of eastern Wisconsin that are heading back toward the south and west into the Madison area, and we could see some minor snow accumulations from this snow. Right now, visibility down to 1.25 miles in Juneau, 1.5 miles in Fond du Lac. For the most part, the snow is not particularly heavy, but we'll see it off and on for tonight. Future track snowfall amounts show generally less than an inch of snow through most of southern Wisconsin through early tomorrow morning. Temperatures right now are in the middle 30s. That's another factor, especially in areas where temperatures are a little bit above freezing. That snow might initially melt as it reaches the ground. Otherwise, look for some light snow showers or flurries, maybe a little patchy freezing drizzle overnight. Temperatures staying in the lower 30s. Then for tomorrow, just look for a chance for some flurries or drizzle as our high temperature gets up to 35 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a little more seasonable weather for at least the first part of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. We unfortunately have gotten used to seeing businesses boarded up in downtown Madison. Well, they're that way again for this weekend, preparing for possible protests.
And our Jamie Perez went around the Capitol Square this afternoon. Jamie, you saw several businesses boarding up their storefronts, right?
I did. So right here at the YWCA is actually a perfect example of people that have boarded up already. They actually posted about this on Facebook, saying that their attempts at doing this is not meant to further divide, but an attempt to preserve and prepare for what's to come this weekend. Now, today I spoke to the organization's CEO, and she says that given the rhetoric surrounding what happened at our nation's capital last week, she did not want the YWCA to be a target for possible protesters, which she fears it could be.
With our mission to eliminate racism and empower women and promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all, during this time, we really could be a target. And so I really want to make sure that we protect our staff, protect our residents from any danger or violence that may happen.
And I also saw several other businesses along the square and University Avenue as well boarding up this afternoon. And the executive director of Madison's Central Business Improvement District also told me that several businesses are actually planning to close up in preparation of the protests, obviously thinking ahead and taking extra precautions. Nobody knows what's going to happen, so everyone is trying to just be safe in potential of what could happen.
Jamie, thank you. Federal law enforcement agencies say the cost of securing next week's inauguration is close to $35 million. The nation's capital is in lockdown 5 days ahead of the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Senator Kamala Harris. Nearly 20,000 National Guard members are expected to be on the ground the day of the ceremony. Meanwhile, the Justice Department reported the bulk of 98 criminal cases filed so far in connection to last week's Capitol assault are federal felony cases. D.C.'s acting U.S. Attorney Michael Sherwin added that right now there is no direct evidence that teams of rioters were looking to capture or kill during the assault, but the investigation is ongoing.
That is a Tier 1 top priority for both the U.S. Attorney's Office and our federal law enforcement partners to see, again, whether there was this overarching command and control and whether there were these organized teams that were organized to breach the Capitol and then perhaps try to accomplish some type of a mission inside the Capitol.
Meanwhile, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has authorized her own review of Capitol security. She announced retired Lieutenant General Russell Honore will lead a review of security infrastructure, interagency processes, and command and control.
There is more to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, the National Rifle Association is filing for bankruptcy and moving its location. We'll tell you where. And ahead tonight on News 3 Now at 6, a new fundraising campaign is providing people with a gift of mobility. We'll explain how. Again, that story next hour at 6. And a quick check of the markets to close the week. The Dow Jones falling more than 177 points. The Nasdaq down more than 114. The S&P falls 27. We'll be right back.
$6 million worth of top brand home furnishings must be sold at Ashley Home Store. All furniture is up to 50% off store-wide. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout and interest-free financing for up to 3 years. Stretch your stimulus check further at Ashley Home Store.
Update the flooring in your home with help from Menards. Tarket's Invitation laminate flooring is easy to install and has a beautiful wood grain texture. On sale for 89 cents a square foot. Plus, get free underlayment after rebate. For a softer, warmer flooring option, Lutex Mills Beacon Slate Plush Carpet will bring a cozy feel to your home. $119 a square foot. Plus, get free carpet pad after rebate. Now, during Menards Project Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
The day after chemo might mean a trip back to the doctor's office, just for a shot. But why go back there when you can stay home? With Neulasta Onpro, strong chemo can put you at risk of serious infection. In a key study, Neulasta reduced the risk of infection from 17% to 1%, a 94% decrease. Neulasta Onpro is designed to deliver Neulasta the day after chemo and is used by most patients today.
Neulasta is for certain cancer patients receiving strong chemotherapy. Do not take Neulasta if you're allergic to it, or Neupogen, filgrastim. An incomplete dose could increase infection risk. Ruptured spleen, sometimes fatal, as well as serious lung problems, allergic reactions, kidney injuries, and capillary leak syndrome have occurred. Report abdominal or shoulder tip pain, trouble breathing, or allergic reactions to your doctor right away. In patients with sickle cell disorders, serious, sometimes fatal crises can occur. The most common side effect is bone and muscle ache.
If you'd rather be home, ask your doctor about Neulasta Onpro. Pay no more than $5 per dose with copay card.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
The $6 million stimulus sell-off is now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge on top brand appliances, including top brand doorbusters like these. Plus special no-interest financing for 18 months and quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Coming up tonight at 6, we'll be next in line to get their COVID-19 vaccine. Plus a pair of announcements from the governor today. One extending a statewide mask mandate, and a second introducing a new mobile vaccination program. Details on both at 6.
Get more local news now with Channel 3000 Plus, our free digital streaming service that brings you area news and info 24/7 from the News 3 Now team. Channel 3000 Plus. Download it today and watch from your streaming media player or mobile device. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The National Rifle Association says the nation's most powerful gun rights organization has filed for bankruptcy and will seek to incorporate the nation's most politically influential gun rights group in Texas instead of New York. The announcement comes months after New York's Attorney General sued the NRA over claims that top executives illegally diverted tens of millions of dollars for lavish personal trips. The coronavirus pandemic also forced the NRA last year to lay off dozens of employees, canceled its national convention, and scuttle fundraising.
In more local news, 3 Madison students are helping out under-resourced people in Dane County. Brenna Butler, Crystal Nee, and Charlotte Thomas are hosting a Her Drive right now. Her Drive provides those in need of bras, feminine products, and general hygiene products. The girls are going around Madison collecting those products right now, and then they'll be donated to Dane County Foster Home.
Feminine products and like general hygiene products, they're a necessity, but it's expensive and harder to come by, especially for youth in foster care or like foster homes. So we wanted to make sure people in need got those items that they needed.
The girls will be collecting items until 7 o'clock tonight, and if you'd like to donate, you can Venmo the girls at Her Drive or visit them on Instagram at her.drive.
All right, the weekend's here. Let's get you ready for it with your first warn forecast, meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, last night we had some accumulating snow over much of southern Wisconsin. The heaviest amounts were to the west of Madison over toward the Mississippi River. Cassville and Grant County picked up 5.5 inches. Eastman and Crawford County picked up 5.1 inches. Mauston about 3 inches. Dodgeville 2.7. Here at the station 2.4 inches. Officially at the Dane County Regional Airport 1.1. Now that total is a little deceiving because a lot of these snowfall reports that we were getting, people were taking them right as the snow ended. Here in Madison, the snowfall is taken by the 115th National Guard group, and so it's only taken every 6 hours at 6 and at midnight, and so some of that snow may have melted a little bit because it was a sticky, wet snow, so it might have been a little bit more than that. But we have a little more snow coming in back from the north and east toward the south and west around an area of low pressure to our south. Our weather kind of moving in the opposite direction than we normally see it, but you can see some light snow across parts of eastern Wisconsin. They'll be moving through the Madison area and through much of southern Wisconsin. Persistent bands of snow continue out west. That's starting to wind down, but that area still seeing some very low visibilities over southwestern Minnesota, northwestern Iowa, where winds have been gusting 35 to 45 miles per hour. Blizzard warning still in effect there, although that'll be downgraded to a winter weather advisory beginning at 6 p.m. as the winds start to die down and the snow starts to come down. But right now, no advisories across Wisconsin, even for our snow tonight. As we look at the current snow totals, you can see the least amounts are in northeastern Wisconsin, most amounts up in far northwestern Wisconsin, much of southern and southwestern Wisconsin, several inches of snow through most of our viewing area. On Weather Track, you can see the storm system is kind of consolidated farther to the south in parts of western Illinois. Everything rotating counterclockwise around it. So that's why on the northern side of the storm system, our weather, at least for the time being, is moving from east to west. But the jet stream has dropped down to the south and it's kind of spinning around this area of low pressure. So it's going to be slow to move off to the east. And that's going to keep us underneath the clouds and give us some flurry chances off and on through the weekend and into parts of next week. Temperatures, though, are not very cold at all. They're right around freezing or a little bit above. Our average high temperature is in the middle 20s, but you can see the cold air is pretty well locked up north of the U.S.-Canadian border, and most of the Midwest right now is seeing temperatures at or above freezing. As we look at future track, again, the snow showers kind of moving through tonight. By tomorrow, they're just down to flurries. Might see a little bit of drizzle during the day with temperatures in the mid-30s. On Sunday, the next batch of flurries will kind of come through during the afternoon hours, and we'll also see some flurry chances as we head into parts of next week. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for mostly cloudy skies, chance of flurries or a little bit of drizzle, high temperature at 35 degrees. On future track, overnight, look for those snow showers to kind of move back from east to west, and then we'll see them die down tomorrow morning and probably down to flurries by late tomorrow morning. Snowfall amounts should generally be an inch or less. 7 to 10 day forecast, you see some flurry chances into next week, especially the middle part of the week. A more substantial snow system could be on the way for the end of next weekend, so that does bear some watching, but that's almost 10 days out. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, on a Friday, the roads are in pretty good shape because with temperatures above freezing, the snow has been melting. A little bit of a slowdown on the eastbound belt line near Verona Road. Otherwise, travel times right now, about a 15-minute commute either direction on the belt line between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 26 minutes from the belt line down to Janesville on I-3990. US 12 from Middleton to Sauk City will take you 17 minutes. And from downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151, it's an 18-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. And ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the Brewers. Hey, let's talk some baseball, shall we? They're bringing back a couple of key players for the upcoming season. Tell you who they are ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Get huge clearance prices on every brand in the store with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Only Maine delivers more satisfaction every day, like a risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee, giving you 100% confidence in your purchase. How's that for more? The Everything's on Sale sale with more selection, more savings, and more happy homes on everything. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick 'n Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Dear Winter, it's been fun getting to know you. Sleet, blizzards, ice. I love that you don't hold back. We didn't take it personally when you tried to bury us under 6 feet of snow. It's cool. You do your thing, and we'll do ours. Stay chill. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can get $500 customer cash on a new 2021 Toyota 4Runner. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep, all season long.
And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope, no plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope, keep your phones.
Did you say free phone?
Yep, the latest phone's free for you.
Okay.
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest phones free, available all season long with no hidden requirements. US Cellular, upgrade to fair.
Pick up the latest issue of Madison Magazine for our Top Nurses Tribute, a wake-up call on domestic abuse during COVID. Why more locals are saying bye-bye to booze, and exciting new monthly features. Madison Magazine on newsstands now.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Two of the top Milwaukee Brewer pitchers are coming back for the 2021 season. The Brewers tweeted that Brewers ace Brandon Woodruff, along with closer Josh Hader, will be part of the Brewers organization this coming season. Both Hader and Woodruff agreed to one-year deals with the crew. Last season, Woodruff finished with a 3-5 record, 91 strikeouts, an ERA of just over 3. Hader finished the shortened season with 13 saves and 31 strikeouts.
If you want to get a jump on your taxes, you now can. The Internal Revenue Service's free file is open. The government agency works with private companies to help Americans prepare and file their taxes. The service is available to anyone who makes adjusted gross income of $72,000 or less. Even though it's free, a government audit found that 14 million people ended up paying for their 2019 filing. The IRS says it's tried to make it easier for people to find their free resources.
There is still time to get your Mega Millions lottery ticket. The next drawing is tonight. The jackpot has soared to $750 million after no one won on Tuesday. This is the second largest Mega Millions jackpot in history. The largest, $1.5 billion. That was back in 2018. Stay with us for a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
$6 million worth of top brand home furnishings must be sold at Ashley Home Store. All furniture is up to 50% off store-wide. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for up to 3 years. Stretch your stimulus check further at Ashley Home Store.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get over $3,700 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face.
We're famous for our cook-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
I make saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
How we doing?
Fabulous.
I wonder how the firm's doing without its fearless leader. You sure you want to leave that all behind?
Yeah. Stay restless with the icon that does the same. The RX, crafted by Lexus.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $429 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
The $6 million stimulus sell-off is now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge on top brand appliances, including top brand doorbusters like these. Plus special no-interest financing for 18 months and quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Well,
Before we leave you at 5, a final check with Gary. Sorry, Gary.
Okay, well, right now we have some snow coming in from the north and east back toward the south and west. Skies are cloudy elsewhere. A little bit of light rain might be mixed in with that. Right now, visibilities are running less than 2 miles over the Fox Valley and into far eastern Wisconsin. Still 10 miles here in Madison, but expect some snow showers and flurries overnight. Temperatures right now a little bit above freezing. That's why we're seeing a mix of rain and snow in a few spots. Snowfall amounts, though, through tomorrow morning generally should be less than an inch over most of southern Wisconsin. Look for temperatures to hold nearly steady in the low to mid-30s tonight and through the day tomorrow.
All right, Gary, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.